I will never fry Ryanair. I don't know whose idea it was, but look at Henry. He's always on the phone.
Advice.
He's making deals even when he's on the plane. So we're gonna be fitting vents across this balcony. Marius, will you try this vent? Not on your head. Try if it's gonna fit. We're going to Spain in the morning with the boys for a train, and we're buying a couple of machines. And I was so excited this morning that I had a coffee. I don't drink coffee at all, so I feel like I'm on top of the world today. Here we have Craig and David. Craig and David are gonna take over this very camera, and they're gonna do one episode together when they're going around.
We'll show you what it's like to work for dog and coat.
Get out. Oh, they're cool. They're cool cats. Co tam piękny? Sylvek is our company pretty boy. Right now we are one of the big construction sites. I'm going to have a look at what the boys are doing. Couple of problems to be solved, and here we have Marius, the best employee we have ever had. Marius has been with me for the past how many years? 8 years? There you go, best employee ever. This man is on the big books, I tell you that much. Yeah, so we're just gonna take a walk across this site with the boys and see what's going on. We'll also have to meet the manager, solve a couple of problems in terms of the ventilation, and then I'm gonna show you what this site is all about. They're building beautiful houses here using the ICF system. So no bricklayers needed on this job. So it's basically 2 blocks of foam connected with a wire in between, and they pour concrete in between. So it's like a shuttering system made of foam. So you have the insulation and reinforcing at the same time. Marius. So we have this entire housing estate here, and we're doing all the flat roofs and all the balconies here. So I'm going to show you what we're all about on this one. Okay boys, I'll follow you. Beautifully built new houses. Bam, 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 bam. And this is what it is. So this balcony was just recently finished. Now, the problem with the system for those balconies is that they didn't really want to use felt, because the moment you introduce felt to these balconies, you're introducing heat. Now, when I said to you that these houses were built with the ICF system, this is what I mean. So this is, you know, if you introduce heat to this foam, you're pretty much setting this building on fire. So you have to avoid heat as much as you can. So that's the story here. That's why they've chosen the liquid system Lava 20, because we don't require heat. So the boys have waterproofed this one, and then we're gonna fit the composite decking on top of this. I'm not sure how many houses we have here, but I think it's 79 or 69. Now we're walking to another house. On this particular house we already have the composite decking finished, and this is what the end result is. So this composite decking is sitting on about 100 mil of upstands, okay? So whenever you need this, you need to maintain whatever is underneath. You just pop those decking boards, have a look what's underneath. It's a pretty good system, and it's pretty reliable as well. So that's the decking, and now we're gonna bounce upstairs, because we're also doing the flat roof on the upper parts of the houses, and there's also another balcony here. Decking still to be carried out here. So this is what it looks like with the top coat. Yeah, beauty, beauty, beauty. I have to say that those houses will look nice. Look at all the features they have on top of the balconies here. I have to say it's a nice touch. So we're always keeping record of everything that we do, so the boys are required to carry phone and take pictures of what we do, just for reports, you know. So, you know, in 5 years, if somebody rings us and say, well, what did you do there, boys? You know, we can just flash the camera and show them what we're all about. And we carry this system all across my businesses. It's just a good procedure to keep a record of everything. And this is another thing that we do on these houses. Flat roof on the very top of it, with the Lava 20, and there's a nice capping on top of it. Looks nice, I have to say. Obviously it needs to be cleaned. And this is what we're carrying out across the entire estate. As you can see, there's one balcony ready to be decked. Yeah, here we have one of our lads, second Marius. I think Marius and Lucas is the most common Polish name in the world, isn't it? The funny thing is that all the Mariuses and all the Lucases are sound. Check out this. Electric lighter, windproof, underbody kings. Haha, look at that. You can light up whatever the hell you're lighting up, even in the wind. Yeah, so in a big shortcut, this is what we're doing here. And we have a couple of these sites at the same go. And plus we're carrying out all the domestic jobs as well. Having 6 vans on the road, we have to keep the lads working. That's why you always see me doing the marketing and being allowed on the internet. Have to keep the boys working even during the winter or a wet season. The thing is that all of our guys are absolute legends, and we have invested a lot of time to teach them and to make sure that they have the proper attitude towards work, and all of our lads are absolute legends. So, you know, if you have, let's say, right now we have in this company, we have 17 guys. So what would happen in the winter or the wet season when there is no work? Well, the lads would go away, and it wouldn't be clever to teach new guys for the season, so we just keep the lads during the winter. So basically we have to have work for them. So we're gonna be fitting vents across this. But Marius, will you try this vent? Not on your head. Try if it's gonna fit.
That fraction is too high now.
How much too high?
About 5 mil max.
Yeah.
Even. That's off that. If you come off that where the decking meets that flush, that's at our lowest point we can probably be.
Okay. So basically we have a problem with those vents because the vents are about 5 mil too high. So we're gonna bring our own vents and we're gonna basically swap them for our own vents, and then we're gonna be able to go underneath of the decking. I tell you, I would absolutely love to be a manager of a site of this magnitude, because all you're doing is walking around looking cool and solving problems. That sounds like a job for me. But anyway, look at those beautiful houses. Gorgeous. So basically we have 10 o'clock, I have another meeting to go to, and after that at 12 o'clock we're going to Spain with the boys. Now it's not much of a holiday, we're going to look at a couple of machines, we're looking to see a couple of suppliers, so it's a business trip more than anything. There's 4 of us going, so four Polacks going into Spain. That's gonna be funny. Quick walk around the office, since we're bouncing to Spain, and Claudio, the general manager of the shop, went to Miami for a holiday. Sean will be looking after the shop.
Well,
Sean is the main
come down
salesman.
here and get your lava 20 because I haven't got much left. So get in and get the orders made quick.
Don't worry, it's just a sales trick, we have loads of it. We're going through the airport with the boys. Henry on the phone as always. This man is never off the phone. So if you're ever trying to ring him and he doesn't answer, just wait, he'll call you back. So normally it would be just me and Henry going for meetings like that. But this time we're bringing 2 of the other boys with us as well, because we might be looking into buying a couple of very sophisticated machines. So we'd want them to know how it works as well, you know? That's what it is. The moment of truth, Henry's going to get the drinks. Now Henry, what are we getting?
Water, tap water.
Tap water, oh is it? Oh, you said you want a Coca-Cola, you're thirsty.
No, too much money, too much money.
Right. Now Henry, I hope it's water you're getting. Sparkling water. I told the boys no alcohol on this trip, but obviously he doesn't get it. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Now, I hope you didn't use a company card for this, you wagon. Huh? This better not be a company expense.
No, from me, from my own pocket.
Do you know what I've never seen in my life? A gate 1. Why is it always gate 108, 102, 215? You have to work for 2 hours to the bloody gate. I'm dying for a day where there's gonna be a gate 1. You walk 2 minutes and you're at the gate. That'll be cool. I will never fry Ryanair. I don't know whose idea it was, but look at Henry. He's always on the phone.
Advice.
He's making deals even when he's on the plane. So yeah, just landed in Spain. We tried to be as professional as we can be, but see this it doesn't work like that with them, right? As soon as they see a plane, as soon as they get in there, you know, they think they're on holiday, you know, so they're on the gargle. Now I was good, I was drinking sparkling water. Yeah. At the passport control, and it looks like I lost the passport. I think I lost it on the plane, but I blame Henry. I wanted to come in here free of drinking sparkling water. He is the devil. Oh, I don't know how this happened. Yeah, so this experience was totally nuts. I've never lost my passport before. I'm usually very conscious and very aware of my surroundings. I'm usually in a favor of staying in 5-star hotels, but this smelly little kip is something that is definitely not a 5-star. Look at the key we got. You have to actually put the thing in. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, it's definitely not my style, but I seriously don't know what's wrong with me. I left my suitcase at the bloody reception. Here, I left my suitcase. Would you believe that? You wanna check the rooms, Henry? Pure luxury. I hope you're not next door to me. You could hear this snoring next door. 105. Oh, you're all the way up? Lovely. Don't wanna hear this. Henry snores like a mother. Yeah, I remember the last time we went to some course in Norway. Oh, where? Ah, I can't remember where it was. It just so happened that we stayed in the same room, and Henry doesn't snore like a normal foreigner. Henry snores and his legs shake. So not only do you get the noise, you also get the vibrations. Nah, never again. That's it, we're going for a bit of pasta and a pizza with all the boys. We have the trainers, we have the boys, we have a Roydenvik band here. 11 o'clock in the night, or what time is it? Yeah, 11 o'clock. With the boys and the trainers at the restaurant, just having some group, and tomorrow we're gonna kick off with the training. What the f is that? So we're in Spain here, talking to some of the big boys here. This meeting here is something equivalent of you know when you see those drug lords go into bloody Colombia to talk to the bosses? Well, this is something like that, but all these boys are legit and they're money-making machines, basically. So we're making a lot of contacts. These boys are just basically unreal because, how do you say, there's a very few companies around the world who produce that stuff, right? And these boys are the heads of them, right? So it's a pretty big deal for us, you know? So that's why I said, this is the equivalent of the dodgy dealers going to Colombia buying their own but we're coming here and buying our own. That's what it is. So we were supposed to go to sleep, but this hairless moneymaker is bringing us to an Irish pub.
This village is called Cambro, CMBR.
There you go, all the boys are behind us, so we're going for another few drinks. I try to keep to be as professional as I can be, but you can't be when you're meeting this kind of people. Right, the joy.
Keep going to the very last light you're going. See the last light? That's where the pub is, would you believe?
Would you really? Where's my boat?
I've been here.
Where's my boat?
Sebastian says he was here already. He said, I was getting sick in that corner.
I know the place.
I mean, we were happy to go to bed, but this mad wagon,
It's on the video, isn't it? The video.
that big wagon is bringing us to an Irish pub now, for f***'s sake. For fuck's sake.
Scottish people, alright?
Right. Back in this smelly hotel, and as much as I love my boys, they are garglers. So I literally had to pull them out of an Irish pub because it was 12 o'clock, and I'm just not having it. You can call me a cunt, you can call me this, you can call me that, but we didn't come here for a party. And they wanted to stay there, and I just said no. Everybody bounced. So they all think that I'm a w***er. I don't care. I don't care. So I'm back in this hotel, and this hotel is so cheap that you don't even get a bottle of water in this hotel. So I don't know how I'm gonna wake up with no water. We'll have to figure this out. By the way, this was paid by the training, you know. I would never book this kind of crap. Look at this. That's all you get. Yellow walls and nuts. See you tomorrow. Romantic walk with the main man Henry himself. We're staying in some skank of a hotel. I don't think that place has a half of a star, and that's because it was booked in with our training. Normally I wouldn't be a fan of half a star hotels, but I suppose it's grand.
It was booked by UK people.
Yeah, UK.
Right without
Yeah,
banner.
yeah, foreigners. That's what it is. So this morning we bounced into our training center, and today is basically a theory day, so we're gonna be learning all about it. Are we going? Anyway, I'll see you soon.
Always if our last comes to what would be wrong with us. We don't have the technology to keep it floating.
No, but you have also floating additives, so that it makes that everything what is in the product.
Into 1 kg, let it dry, then another 1 kg.
Product for distribution or do it yourself. People buy a bloody can and they do it.
So what we see, the liquid is bloody good, it flows nicely, it's not too thick, not too thin. And if there was an upstand here, you can see it will take an upstand and not all slump. And this is a solvent-free glass here. So we're going to overlap both to see if the impregnate.
Don't even make an overlap. They stir it and then like the fibers and then.
Tighten it, not too much. That'll do, yeah. That's why I spread it on, Victor. Put this on your social media.
There you go. Everybody should do it this way. You have to be gentle with it.
So what?
The tape was the no. You can the tool
A trowel, yeah. I prefer if we had a trowel.
with tool.
And it should be laid on a thick one layer. Starting at 12 ply. Is that about 2 kg, Victor? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 mil thick?
Took a G.
England. There's 10, not all of it. A lot of it. You're ruining this. I'm going to take this home as a sample tomorrow.
Oh, really? Yeah?
No, hold on.
So this yoke here is basically a spray robot. So if you have a couple of thousand square meters of a roof and you would like to do it in, let's say, polyurea, which is a 2-component paint, boom, you connect this into the reactor and it basically does the job for you. So this stuff here is a cold applied polyurea, which it's unseen before, it's a new product here. So here we have a Chris is gonna try to rip it. Okay, one person cannot rip it. We'll see if 2 people pulling it they can rip it.
Is it this strong? Just one side, yeah?
Hold on guys.
Okay.
Try to rip it over here, so because this is a weak point here, okay?
Okay.
There you go. I think this will be a winner. So you know, in the liquid waterproofing world, you have your acrylics, you have your silicones, you have your polyurethanes, and you have your polyureas. So polyurea is the strongest and the best one of all of them. Generally speaking, it had to be applied hot using that big reactor that I'm going to show you. But now they have a cold applied system that you can mix in the bucket, and this is what comes out of it. Absolutely indestructible liquid, one of a kind, and they haven't even hit the market yet. Looks like we're going to be the first ones to have it on shelves. So in a big shortcut, this is what we need. It's a Graco reactor, and this one will enable us to spray polyurea and foam onto the asbestos roofs. These stackers are not cheap, I tell you that much. Yeah, so that big reactor that you've seen, that basically mixes 2 chemicals, heats them to a certain temperature, pushes them to hydraulic hoses to the tip of the gun, and then the material mixes at the tip of the gun. So when the material hits the roof, it's basically set in 5 seconds. And this is what we're getting. We need 2 of these bad boys. It's a large reactor that will basically mix 2 different components, heat it up to a certain temperature, which is 70 degrees, and then send it to those hoses. And then when you shut it, the material will mix itself in the air, and once it hits the roof, in a couple of seconds it'll be set. The guys are just doing some overspray. So that's it. We've learned a lot of stuff, and now it's time to go back to Ireland. So we'll see you back.